everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 5 of the Image Comics Transformers. Now as you know, Image Comics now have the rights to Transformers and G.I. Joe. And Image Comics, have also done Invincible and other comics beforehand, and one of which is meant to feature Starscream still leading the Decepticons, and the cover mainly has the build-up of the Constructicons. And the story starts off how, both Spark, Plug, and even Spike remember their times back in the war in the battlefield, and how they lost people close to them. And this is where we do kind of see how both of them had to kind of stay alive and fight for the right things. And we see how Sparkplug says, it was enough. How long was yours? Years. Years and years. And years. I've lost count. It's still going on. And we do kind of see how both of them understand they were both put in situations they never asked for. And how, even Optimus knows that he's now become the very thing he is fighting against. I like how this Optimus does remind me a bit of Prime Optimus. We saw how, Prime Optimus didn't really want any of it, but we know deep down he still had to fight for the right reasons. And we see how, Starscream and Soundwave have used Skywarp to kind of power up Terratron 1, and we see how Soundwave suggests bringing back Ravage, and Starscream saying, "What? You want to start with the smallest one? That's chance!" And Ravage would be useful and would kind of be more of a stalker. This shows that Starscream does have a terrible leadership pattern. So he brings back Thundercracker, one of his other hitters. So of course, as soon as Thundercracker comes online, he sees to his shock and horror what happened to Skywarp and says, "Never mind him! He volunteered his life for the greater Decepticon good." And we see how, he's even got back Reflector as well as Frenzy, showing that Starscream is just going to rely more on numbers than bringing back someone a bit more useful. So of course, they kind of end up finding out where the Autobots' new power source is. So of course, using the sort of dam's energy in that, we kind of see how they're going to bring back almost all of their team members, and as soon as everyone's brought back, Ratchet is going to find a way to get Wheeljack back his legs as soon as everything gets functional. So as soon as they get the power on, we see how Optimus decides to bring back RC. And we see how as soon as RC gets back online, we see how her and Ratchet get back together. And this does hint they do seem to have a relationship, much like their animated counterpart. And we see how RC says, "Get down! Justice for Skywarp!" And we kind of see how, they kind of have to take down the Decepticons before they destroy the sort of power source that they've invented. So of course, we see how Ratchet and RC try to bring back Jazz, and we see how Starscream brings out Reflector. So of course, as soon as Reflector gets down, we see how Optimus uses Megatron's arm to basically blow him to Kingdom Comes. And this just shows you how much of a terrible leader Starscream can be, wasting energy, men, and resources. And of course, Frenzy gets pummeled down. We see how Carly and Cliffchomper have to gun down Starscream, and Carly almost getting killed. And luckily, RC saving Carly just in time. And of course, we kind of see how Rumble tries to take down Cliffchomper, only for basically Jazz to save him, saying, "Let's go to the 5, Chop Chief. Time to wrap and belt up." I don't understand that reference. So of course, we kind of see how Starscream says, "You! Taking something precious and using it for your own evil purpose." And we see how Optimus says, "Precious, are you sure that doesn't make you quake in your jet, Starscream? Last I remember, You are cowering in front of the very weapon. And we see how, yeah, he points out that a constant reminder of what he'll never be. And you can tell Starscream takes this as an insult, and yeah, in fear rage, blows up the energy generator. So Optimus mainly blasts down Starscream. They try to make a quick break for it. So of course, Wheeljack has to kind of repair the energy device. So Optimus and the others have to get back to the Ark to get back their home. And of course, knowing that this is going to be an all-out matter of war. And we see how Carly wants to come, and we see how Sparkplug doesn't want to see her get lost as well, but we see how she wants to do this to avenge her family and that. So of course, Cliff Chomper decides to take her, despite it being a terrible idea. And as soon as they get to the Ark, you do get a first hint of Spike's brother and Cliff Chomp's oldest son. So as soon as things get blasted, we see how, yeah, they're netted by the Constructicons. And of course, Starscream says that he's bought some new toys, which implies that he was able to convert some random vehicles into construction ones. So of course, we see him saying, Constructicons! Merge into Devastator! And this does show that Starscream has a logical approach, but at the same time, you know in the next issue it's probably going to lead to disaster. And yeah, this is the story. So, yeah, issue 5 isn't bad, but at the same time, it makes it clear that Starscream is a terrible leader, as he refuses to bring back some of his more stealthiest hitters. He's quick to kind of use whatever he can, sacrifice men without really thinking things through. Had this been Megatron, he would rely on a logical course, as yeah, Megatron always has a backup plan, and the thing about being a leader is using your resources, thinking things through, and not wasting them. So this issue definitely deserves a thumbs up. Not bad, not great, but still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.